Dyson Airstrait. Let's see what you got. So what is this? This is essentially a wet to styled hair tool for $499 US. This basically is like your GHD, the Remington, the flat irons that can take your damp hair and they straighten and they dry your hair at the same time. This is different. This has no plates inside and it uses only air. It doesn't use a hot plate to style your hair. I'm fascinated. No heat damage. I'm intrigued. Just prepping my hair using the Pureology Color Fanatic. So it uses powerful directional airflow to smooth, to dry, and to straighten your hair all in one shot. Okay. That was cool. All right, it's 285 degrees Fahrenheit, the air. Let's just go for it. Oh, it's smart. Whoa, look at that. Okay, so when it touches or when you clamp the straightener together, the fan turns on or the powerful airflow turns on. So that way it keeps it quiet when it's not in use. That feels good.
That was straight.
Wow. Very straight. But do we see that shine? I like that it's not pulling on the hair. The hair doesn't feel like it's being forced in between plates. It's just the amount of airflow coming from the hair straightener. It's like doing the work for you. And it's so smooth. All right, so this is a little more damp. I think we're gonna have to do a little more times, a little more passes. It's like wondering, how is it gonna get my roots, you know? There's a cold shot. You could also switch between low and high. There's 3 heat settings, 175, 230, or 285. This is usually what my hair looks like. You can see how it's air drying. It's pretty wavy, and that's how it looks, but it's kind of frizzy when it air dries, but this, I'm just shocked. I don't know what to say. This is pretty impressive.
Better than their hair straightener?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Who knew you could do that without heated plates?
Guess Dyson did. Dyson, take my money. Yeah, I feel like we need to get smaller sections than I'm grabbing. feel like 3 passes is good for my hair type and for how damp my hair is right now. And then it turns off after 3 seconds. You put it down. Let's see, it's gonna turn off again. Yeah, there it is. How cool is that? The roots actually feel pretty dry. That was like one of my biggest concerns is how is it gonna get to the roots? Obviously you can hold the plates together, the straightener, and hold it above your roots like I was doing. So far it's pretty good. All right, you guys. So we did blow a circuit because the Dyson Airstrait uses 1600 watts. Okay, so let's talk about this. I also used the cold airflow setting, which basically just kind of adds shine back into your hair to get sleeker results. To be honest, I don't really see too much of a difference using the cold shot. I think it just kind of helps set everything in place. A big negative, it like charges my hair. So I do get a little bit of staticky hair. But a quick little trick, if you have a metal hair comb, this one is stainless steel. I get these on Amazon. You basically just run it through your hair and it just gets rid of the static, and it just takes your hair back to its original state. But yeah, that was weird. I don't understand why it recharged my hair and it delivered the static, even though it's supposed to have negative ions in this tool to help reduce static. So the hot airflow, when it takes your hair from wet to dry, it did not cause static. But when I turned the cold airflow, the setting on, it charged my hair and it produced static in my hair. So not sure why that happened. Let's talk about the pros for the Dyson Airstrait. I was telling Andre it's gonna replace all my flat irons. I don't need a hot hair straightener anymore to get these super beautiful, sleek, straight hair results. It takes it from towel dried hair, it straightens it, it smooths my hair, and it delivers sleek results that I am looking for from a hair straightener. I was also looking really close at my roots, especially right here. All of this new baby hair growth, I get a lot of waves and a little bit more texture than the rest of my hair, but somehow the Dyson Airstrait, it delivered even at the roots. I'm still blown away with how smooth and straight the roots look. Very, very impressed with that. The next pro is the hottest temperature that it gets is 285 when it's from wet to dry or from wet to straight. And I also like that you can choose the temperature setting if you have fragile hair, if you have fine hair, if you have medium hair, if you have thick hair, coarse hair, you can choose the temperature setting. Then all the little features that you have the dry feature, you have the cold shot feature, you have that boost temperature feature in here as well, the LCD screen. Every little control setting is so well thought through, and it's very functional. And the best part is sometimes these little controls, they kind of get in the way of actually using the tool because sometimes you press on it very awkwardly, but no, they're placed in a very strategic spot where I didn't touch any of this while I was styling my hair and drying my hair at the same time. It didn't get in the way. I never changed a feature or a function. It was perfect where it is, and I'm very happy with how they placed it. The next thing I will say, a positive or just kind of neutral with it, it didn't really get in the way of the overall results, was how the hair was kind of blowing in the same direction, but it was kind of going, some of the hair was going in here and out here. I was showing you guys in the very beginning. I was worried about that, but honestly, even taking a bigger and a thicker section, the results still speak for themselves, and it still dried my hair at a very fast speed, at a very fast rate. I thought it wasn't going to, but honestly, phenomenal. It's very, very powerful. This airflow. Very excited about that. So now let's talk about some of the negatives, some of the cons with the Dyson Airstrait. So the number one thing, it's not versatile. It is strictly a hair straightener through and through, a hair dryer plus a hair straightener. So technically, yes, it's 2-in-1, but with a hair straightener, you can still create waves, you can still create curls, you can straighten your hair obviously, but this, again, a through and through hair straightener when it comes to styling your hair after you've dried it. And then another thing, it is kind of bulky. Just all of this is pretty hefty, and even the little pack right here, it's all very hefty. So it's not super small and compact. One of my favorite features, I'm gonna end on a high note, one of my favorite features that I didn't really think twice about was the auto shut off feature. Just the airflow turns off, so it's not loud and noisy when it's not being used. So who would I recommend the Dyson Airstrait for? If you're like me and you have fine, straighter hair, or if you have a little bit of a wave or a bend, and you do like using a hair straightener to achieve sleek, straight results, you're going to love this because it's going to replace every single hair straightener for you. Less damage. You're barely using any heat on your hair or high heat on your hair. And I think you'll really enjoy this if you do like the sleek, smooth, straight results. Plus, it just dries your hair at the same time. Who doesn't love that? It saves on time. And this, I think, also would be good for people that do like to smooth and straighten their hair before styling. I know several people that have very thick, coarse, not like really curly hair, but slightly wavy hair, and they do straighten their hair before they curl it or give themselves a blowout just to achieve a really smooth result. I think you will enjoy this as well. If you're someone that wants a very versatile tool, like the Dyson Airwrap, like the Shark Flex style, this is not it. This is a hair dryer plus a hair straightener in one. It doesn't really do anything else. This is if you like your hair straight, sleek, and smooth. This is the Dyson Airstrait. The best part about this, besides the Airstrait actually working and delivering, is how my hair feels. It feels so smooth. It feels so silky and soft. It feels so hydrated and just healthy. I'm gonna end it here. I'm sure I'll do a lot more demos with this and hopefully comparing it to other similar hair tools. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you saw what you needed to see. Maybe I answered your questions. Maybe you have more questions after seeing this video, but hopefully it was helpful. Thank you for watching, spending time with me, and I'll see you in the next one very soon.